वो रेड होना चाहिए ना, when it becomes, yeah. Hello friends, good morning and welcome to our physics online lecture chapter 10. So we have seen 3 lectures and we have finished the theory part, and I had told you initially that we don't have in our syllabus 10.3 and 10.4, that is cyclotron motion and helical motion. I repeat again, we don't have the 10.3 and 10.4 in our syllabus at the moment for this year 2020. And then I told you we just will have a little revision that what we studied in these 3 lectures. So what we studied was uh, we studied that first we saw the right hand rule given for the magnetic field, which is due to the current carrying loop. Then we saw Lorentz force. We saw force due to the straight conductor, and that is coming ILB. So just remember Bill. So it is the simple thing that you have to understand. Then we have seen about the torque on a loop and how the principle is applied for the moving coil galvanometer, and we have got tau equal to NIAB. Then we saw dipole moment. Then we saw the Barth-Savarich law. Its 3 applications. One is for the straight conductor, that is dB is equal to ideal sine theta upon r cube. Then, secondly, we saw the Barth-Savarich law applied to a current loop at the center, and thirdly, the third is the Barth-Savarich law for the current loop along the axis. Then we saw the Ampere's law and its 3 applications for a straight conductor, and then for a solenoid, and thirdly for a toroid. A toroid is just like a solenoid, but just in the form of a tire. We saw that. Okay. Today we'll see some problems. Whatever theory we have seen, so we'll try to solve some of the unsolved problems. So the first problem I just read is calculate the value of magnetic field at a distance of 2 centimeter from a very long straight wire carrying a current of 5 ampere. Given mu 0 equal to 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 Weber per ampere. So the solution is like this, children. So see here, whenever the problem is asked in an exam, try to read the problem, try to understand, and then see what is given. First write down given. So now D is given here, distance D. D is equal to 2 centimeter, that is equal to 2 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. And then I is given, current I is equal to 5 ampere, and mu 0 we know it is a constant value, that is mu 0 is equal to 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. So we have to find out magnetic induction B. So B is equal to, the formula is mu 0 I upon 2 pi B. Now what is mu 0? Just substitute the values of the unknown. So you get the value. So this is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 into 5 divided by 2 pi into 2 into 10 raised to minus 5. So that comes about 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla. So this is the answer. So just go through it, or you can just write it down in your notebooks, because it is very important. When you understand these problems, you can solve it in exam. These are the unsolved problems from your textbook. You can take a screenshot also, no problem. So then we'll go to the next problem. So see, the problem is similar. A very long straight wire carries a current 5.2 ampere What is the magnitude of magnetic field at a distance 3.1 centimeter from the wire? So here again there is a straight conductor and the current in the conductor is 5.2 ampere, and the distance at which we have to find out the magnetic field is given by 3.1 centimeter. So whenever this unit is given centimeter, so you have to convert it into SI unit. So in this case, we have done I is equal to 5.2 A, then D is equal to 3.1 centimeter. So convert it into meter. This conversion factor is very important in solving the problems. The units should be same. So B is equal to, we are going to see that. So we know the formula B is equal to, for the straight conductor, we have seen that B is equal to mu 0 I upon 2 pi D. Then that just substitute the values and just cancel this 2 pi 2 and then 5.2 into 2. So you can write one more step yourself. So whatever 10.4 divided by 3.1. So you get this answer, that is 3.35 into 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla. So please children take down the screenshot, that will be easiest method for you to understand. Then we'll switch on to the third problem. That is, I just read the problem. Current of equal magnitude. Here the current of equal magnitude flows through two parallel wires having separation of 1.35 centimeter. If the force per unit length on each of the wires is 4.76 into 10 raised to minus 2 Newton, what must be I? So see your children, this is a problem. We have seen in theory that what is the force per unit length? That is force per unit length. That is when two parallel wires, we have seen there are two cases in which first the two wires having current in the same direction. So we have attraction, force of attraction, and if they are in anti-parallel direction, we have force, that is the force of repulsion. That is the two wires go far away from each other, but the two forces are the two forces on the two wires are oppositely directed. You see that. So this now we'll just see what is given first. Always whenever problem is given, try to understand the problem. If the theory is known to you, you can solve any type of problem. It's not a big deal. Then see here, the current flowing is same, I1 and I2. So see here, D is equal to 1.35 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Then F upon L is equal to 4.76 into 10 raised to minus 2 Newton per meter, because this is force per unit length. So you have to find out I. So now I1 and I2 are same, and the formula which we know is F upon L, force per unit length, is equal to mu 0 I1 I2 upon 2 pi D. So this equation is known to us, and I1 is equal to I2. So you can take it as good as it is equal to I. It is equal to I. So I have taken this equation, this as I1 into I as I square here. So F upon L is equal to I square into 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 divided by 2 pi. This 2 pi, and this value of D is from here, 1.35 into 10 raised to minus 2. Now what we'll do is, we'll modify this, we'll just have the, we'll take this I square on one side, just substitute first the values. For F upon L, here it is given 4.76 into 10 raised to minus 2, which is equal to I square into 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 divided by 2 pi, here 2 pi into 1.35, that is D, into 10 raised to minus 2. Now take I square on one side and all the other terms on the right hand side. So it becomes like this, 4.76 into 10 raised to minus 2, and then multiply this factor, 2 pi into 1.35 into 10 raised to minus 2 divided by 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. So ultimately, when you calculate this, 4 pi and this will get cancelled, and if you multiply this becomes 10 raised to minus 4, 10 raised to minus 2, 10 raised to minus 2, this 10 raised to minus 4, and this is 10 raised to minus 7. So minus 4, the minus 4 is above 10 raised to minus 7. So it becomes into 10 raised to 3. And whatever multiplication you get, the answer ultimately comes I square equal to 3213. Now this is I square. We have to find out what? I. Current of equal magnitude flows. So we have to find out what must be I. So I is equal to under root of 3213. So that comes around 56.68 amperes, and that I is equal to 56.78. So this is the third problem. So we have got the answer 56.7a. Then next problem. Just take a screenshot of this, children. And suppose if you have any problem, if you have any difficulty in the problem or solving problem, you can just ask us anytime. We are there to help you to solve the problems. The fourth problem, the magnetic field at a distance 2.4 centimeter from a long straight wire is 16 micro Tesla. What must be the current through the wire? So what is given? First write down, children. So magnetic field at a long straight wire. Again, it is a long straight wire. So B is equal to 16 mu T and R is equal to 2.4 centimeter. So now this is in centimeter. So in SI unit here, the conversion factor to convert it into meter. So 2.4 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. So I is equal to question. So you have to find out I. So this formula which we know is D is equal to mu 0 I upon 2 pi R. Or you can say D, no problem. This you can take as D. Then this B, what is given B? So this is micro Tesla. So micro is 10 raised to minus 6. So 16 into 10 raised to minus 6, which is equal to, write down for mu 0. Mu 0, it is a constant. It is the constant value. So it is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 into I divided by 2 pi R. Now what is R? 2.4 into 10 raised to minus 2. So we have substituted all the values. Now what is unknown? I is unknown. Take it on the right hand side, left hand side, and all the terms remaining on the right hand side. So it becomes like this. 16 into 10 raised to minus 6 into 2 pi into 2.4 into 10 raised to minus 2 divided by this 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. So when you calculate this, the calculation it comes like this: 19.2 into 10 raised to minus 1 ampere. So rearranging the terms in the standard form, we can write it as I equal to 1.92 ampere. So this is the value of the current. So children, you may note down this problem, this solution also. You can take a screenshot of this. Then the next problem. Now here the problem is different. Here the magnetic field at the center of a circular current carrying loop of radius 12.3 centimeter is 6.4 into 10 raised to minus 6 Tesla. What will be the magnetic moment of the loop? Now see here the solution I write here. Whatever is given, first write it down. R is equal to 12.3 centimeter, which is equal to 12.3 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Then B is equal to 6.4 into 10 raised to minus 6 Tesla. Then magnetic moment here is asked what will be the magnetic moment. So magnetic moment is mu is equal to, so we know magnetic moment or dipole moment, magnetic dipole moment, mu is equal to IA, which is equal to, now here A means area. So here it is a loop. So area of a circle is pi r square. So I have taken it as I pi r square. So first we don't know, we have to find out mu. For that we know R, that is, we can find out A, but we don't know I. So to find out I, first we'll consider, we'll find B is given. So from that equation, B at the center of the circular loop, which is equal, B is equal to, by Bad-Savage's law, we have B is equal to mu 0 I upon 2R. This is at the center of the circular loop. This is the equation. We have derived this equation in last lectures. Now, substitute the values. So, B, what is the value of B? 6.4 into 10 raised to minus 6, which is equal to, what is mu 0? 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 into I. Okay. Then divide by 2R. Now 2 and R is this value, 12.3 into 10 raised to minus 2. So all these values are written. Now I is unknown, take it on the left hand side, and all the values which are known on the right hand side. Okay, and then once you do this, please calculate it at home. So that comes about I is equal to 12.53 into 10 raised to minus 1 ampere. So I've written this. The thing is, this 10 raised to minus 1 means it is divided by 10, so it becomes 1.253 ampere. Now this value of I, you're going to substitute in this equation. So mu is equal to IA, which is equal to I pi r square. So now what is I value we have got? 1.253. Now this pi value we know, 3.14 into r square. So what is done is, I have taken it directly actually, 12.3 square. You have to, you do the calculations into 10 raised to minus 4. I have just given you the hint, so you can do the calculations. Also you can use logbook for your calculations for multiplication, which is equal to 595.2 into 10 raised to minus 4. So that comes about 5 point, if you just rearrange the terms in the standard form, if you write, if you take the decimal here at the first place, so 5.952 into 10 raised to minus 2 ampere meter square. So this is the answer, that is the mu, or you can say the magnetic moment. So remember that this is the way you have to solve the problems. And whatever, these are the calculations which are simple, but if there are complicated calculations like multiplication, for example this, you can have your rough work on one side and do it by log. So take a screenshot of this, children. So we will switch on to the next problem. Problem number 6. Now see, a circular coil of wire is made up of 100 turns, each of radius 8.0 centimeter. If a current of 0.40 ampere passes through it, what will be the magnetic field at the center of the coil? Now see here, now if there is one coil, or if there is only one turn, so we know we have taken that equation B is equal to mu 0 I upon 2R. But if there are n number of turns, then this equation is modified. B is equal to mu 0 I into n upon 2R. So this is the number of turns. And moreover, I have not written here R, but R is equal to 8.0 centimeter. That means 8 into 10 raised to minus 2. So here they have written this. So this value is, mu 0 constant value, 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. It is a universal constant actually. So you should know this, into I. I is 0.40 into n is 100 divided by 2r. Now 2 and r radius is given by 8 into 10 raised to minus 2. So once you calculate this, the answer comes about 3 point here. You can see that 4 4s are 16, 8 2s are 16. So it is getting nearly cancelled. And what remains is this pi value. And this pi is nothing but 3.14. You can add your steps here in between. So it is 3.142 into 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla. So children, please take the screenshot of this. One very important thing regarding solving problem is until unless you have theoretical knowledge, you cannot solve the problems. So whenever you study theory, study deeply. So you go home whenever you have time, you just go on writing the derivations and learn it by heart. Just don't blankly or blindly learn it, but try to learn it with meaning, so you'll understand it clearly. So now the problem number 7, which I'm going to take is here. A moving coil galvanometer has been fitted with a rectangular coil having 50 turns and dimensions 5 centimeter into 3 centimeter. The radial magnetic field in which the coil is suspended is of 0.05 Weber per meter square. So this is also one of the units for magnetic field. The, the torsional constant of the spring is 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 9 Newton meter per degree. Obtain the current required to be passed to the galvanometer so as to produce a deflection of 30 degrees. You know what is given? The question, the question seems to be very big, but please see that it is not very difficult. You have to go through it. Now see you. N is equal to 50, A is equal to 5 centimeter into 3 centimeter. You know, it is area. So dimensions are given 5 centimeter into 3 centimeter. So I have told you that whenever you take this is in centimeter, so the conversion factors should be known to you. So 5 into 10 raised to minus 2 I have taken into 3 into 10 raised to minus 2. So area is what? It is the length into breadth rather. You can say that. It is a rectangular coil. So length into breadth. So we have done it like this. I've taken it here. So it becomes 15 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter square here. Then is B. B is equal to 0.05. Actually, this is by mistake. This is WB. That is Weber per meter square. Magnetic field. The unit is Tesla also and Weber per meter square. And K is equal to, so we saw in the torque in the loop or in the moving coil galvanometer, we have found that how the restoring torque is equated with the deflecting torque, and that equation we have seen here, we have written here. Before that, K is given, that is the torsional constant of the spring is given. This is given, and what more is given? Theta. The theta deflection is given phi. Phi is given as 30 degrees. So now we'll just in this equation which we have got for the moving coil galvanometer, K phi is equal to NIAB. So here actually, so this equation, whatever terms are given, just write it down and which are unknown. So here we have to find out the current again, that is not given. The rest of the things are given. So just substitute the values. 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 9 into 30 is equal to 50 into 50 into I. This is not 1, it is I into 15 into 10 raised to minus 4 into 10 raised 0.05, that is B. Okay, so N, this is K, this is phi, number of turns is 50, this is I, the current, and 15 into 10 raised to minus 4 is the area, and B is 0.05 Weber per meter square. So now just rearrange the terms. Take this I on the left hand side, and then we have 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 9 into 30 divided by this 50 into 10 raised to minus 4 into 15 into 0.05. So by rearranging the terms, if you see that this terms, if you rearrange the terms, so you get the answer which is equal to 1 point, and you can go through it, you can write the 2-3 steps more and get down the answer, because 9 minus 4 becomes minus 5, and whatever is there, this will be 10, 0 0 is getting cancelled, then this is 10, so it becomes 0.5, and this is 3 divided by 2.5. So we'll get this answer. So that is, we can do it orally, but you do it, write the steps clearly. And then this is the answer. I is equal to 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 5 amperes. So children, take down the screenshot of this. So this was about the problems regarding the magnetic field due to electric current. I hope you have understood the problems, and if possible, we can, if you have any problems with solenoid and toroid, you just have the formulas and you can just put the equations rightly and get the answer. So I hope you have understood. If there is any problem, you may always ask me.